What's up, guys? Today I wanted to go over the Miao Ying campaign, how I like to start it, and go over some real basics of Grand Cathay. I'll cover them here, and then that way I don't have to do them in the Zhao Ming and Yuan Bo videos. So first things first, we have Harmony. And Harmony is a thing on settlements and characters, units, rather. So at launch in Warhammer 3, Harmony was like faction wide. Now it's just in the province. And so this is affected by buildings. If we look here, there's multiple buildings. There's a yin one and a yang one for just about everything. They all have their own effects, which are pretty good. I'm going to be building for Yang right now because it'll give us an extra recruit slot, which is really good. And so when in Harmony, you get an extra 20% movement range for army starting here, upkeep reduction of 25%, and income increase of 15% for this province. That's really good. And I know a lot of players just keep things in Harmony because the Harmony is just that good. We're going to swap it to Yang, though, like I said, for the extra recruitment slot. Now, units have Harmony as well. So if you look at the Celestial Dragon Guard here, they have Harmony Yin. So plus 4% speed, plus 12 reload skill, plus 4 leadership. And it activates within 60 meters of a Yang unit. So you want to have your range units close to your melee units to receive this buff. And now the second part, effect intensity increases by highest nearby Harmony multiplier on a unit. So what is a Harmony multiplier? It's just a stat that some units have. It's Sky Junks, Sky Lanterns, War Drums. They have Harmony amplifier plus 25%. So you'll get a 25% increase from the base Harmony bonus. And might as well show off the melee one as well. Plus 4 leadership, plus 4 defense, and plus 4 melee attack. So pretty good to keep those together. Nice little buffs there. Your lords and heroes are also Harmony amplifiers. So 25% here. Legendary lords are 100%. So keeping her next to your troops will make them that much better. Now, this does not stack. It always pulls from the highest one. So you don't have to worry about an alchemist actually being close to Miao Ying and debuffing your unit somehow by accident. It doesn't work that way. You'll always get the highest one. I believe lords are 50%, like non-legendary lords. So, the Great Bastion is a thing, and primarily for Miao Ying because she starts right next to it. Zhao Ming starts so far south, it's not a big deal for him, and Yuan Bo does not have this mechanic at all. But every once in a while, this will fill up, and Norscan armies will spawn up here and come down and try to fight you. You want to take control of these bastion gates and station armies in them because they have upkeep reduction. So you can put like crap stacks in there for very cheap and hold them off. Farm XP for your lords is very nice, and it'll help you hold off some of the other scary threats up here. Get the Wujing Compass. Basically, this you just pick a direction and activate it, and this bar will start to fill up, but the other ones will start to drain. And you'll get these bonuses when it's active. These other ones are always active, and that's why it's important to not let these drain all the way out because you'll lose these bonuses. This one's not too important. Control is nice, but casualty replenishment is something you really want. Now you see, now we get recruitment cost reduction. Great. And a summon of Ancestral Warriors, which are essentially just Celestial Dragon Guard, but ghostly. Also great. Can really help you out. This one is very good too, this bombardment. I just prefer to do this one at first. The replenishment increase is going to be very nice. It goes up to 10%. So love that. These other directions are for Yuan Bo only, so we don't need to worry about those right now. And then you have your caravans. You want to do this as soon as possible. Get one going. This one seems very strong with Celestial Dragon Guard crossbows. And they get armor bonus, so we're going to recruit that. When you send these out, some of these places have unique items that they can bring back. You can get Star Metal Plate from Karaza Karak, I believe. An item that increases explosive missile damage from Nuln. A lance that increases cavalry charge bonus from Erengrad. But we want to go to Castle Drakenov, and the reason for that is it will give us a sword that gives whoever has it equipped regen, and that's really good. Really, really good. Next up, I just like to go Dragon Scales for the extra armor and the extra ammo for our range units. Extra armor for Jade Warriors. Extra ammo for range units, rather. And then we just kick this thing off. Miao Ying has a her campaign effects. She halves the upkeep of missile infantry units. That's great. That's so wonderful for her. And then she buffs up some gunpowder units. So really, a focus on range units for her is key. And just one more thing on the campaign as a whole. Your main enemies are going to be Snitch down here and Lokir over here, at least at first. We are going to be going for Snitch. So our starting enemy here will take us to here, where we'll have a little over a 20 stack built up, and then we can go down and start dealing with him. Once you take the Great Bastions, you can hold off pretty much anything coming down from the north. So we won't have to worry too much about Village and Sale and Zatan, who are all up here. Grimgore is also over here. Tamarkan and Kolek. So fortifying the Great Bastion is going to be very, very important for you, just to make sure that you can shore up your defenses against those strong enemies that will eventually decide that they don't like you. So you could fight out these battles to reduce casualties. A lot of times you'll lose as peasant spears in the second battle here. But we don't care. We don't care about the peasant spears. If they die, they die. See, they're lost. I've had it one time where they lived. Shoutouts to RNG on that one. So now we're gonna recruit some Jade Warriors. Get Route Marcher and Earthblood just to, you know, lower the cooldown on this. Get more campaign movement range, and same thing here. Increase mobility. And that way we can make it to Wing Chang at the start of the next turn. Can also grab another Lord. I like to recruit Magistrates. I like them a lot. Okay, so for commandment, we're going to go with the Fire Dragon's Edict, which will give us another recruitment slot. So we're going to have 4 next turn. I just realized I forgot to do one thing, but we can do it at the start of the next turn. So not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Thankfully, it's something that doesn't really matter at this point, and it's not going to slow us down too much, if at all. It's just the patented spoon withdrawal of declaring war on minor factions to get trade agreements and extra money. And actually, we'll be able to get Greases in this one too, I think, so. Because normally you don't see Greases on turn 1. At least we'll be able to see him now. Yeah. Okay, so the Spoon withdrawal.
The bloodline of the Celestial Emperor gives me jurisdiction in these talks.
So, get a trade agreement. Join war against Kazag. You don't want to join against Village, because that would be very bad for us to get his aggression this early. But Kazag is wonderful. We don't need military access with them. They're not going to be around for much longer.
The ancestors.
Celestial Loyalists, they'll just give it up. Now, you don't want to join wars with them. If you remember, there was a Beastman right here. This is them. We don't want them to pop up and start messing with us. And then Zhao Ming. You do not want to go to war with the Dissenter Lords, because they are actually our neighbor. But the Burning Wind Nomads are so far south, they'll be wiped out by Gelt and Zhao Ming before they can ever become an issue. So there's that. And then Greases, he's at war with these ogres. I don't like to declare war on the dwarves. That's enough for me. And if you really need money later on, you can. So if we look here, we're making $245 a turn from trade. That's a lot of money. Now, we can take Wing Chang. And normally when you pop out a second lord and have him follow around your main lord, you'd want to come over here and farm XP off of these battles. But for our purposes, him sitting in our province is going to be more beneficial to us. So let's level up real quick. Have Life Bloom, put a point to Searing Doom, and recruit some Jade Warriors. You can bring him over here. Now you see we're in Yang balance. So +5 research rate, +1 recruitment capacity, +1 recruit rank, -10% recruitment cost, -1 control, +5% construction cost. Now, if we had accidentally gotten to 3 Yang, and that's why I was looking at the traits for the lords earlier, because some of them actually do affect the balance of the province. 3 Yang actually increases the build time of all buildings by 1. So you don't want to get to 3. Leave it at 1 or 2. Yeah, then you'll benefit from the extra recruitment slot from that and the commandment. So right now, we can grab 4 Jade Warriors here, 2 here, and that's going to put us in a really beautiful position as far as auto-resolve goes. I'm going to pop out another Lord, just so he's ready to go. See, Bureaucrat, +1 Yang. Harmonizer, +1 Yin. We don't need that right now. And this is going to affect our supply lines, but it's not a big deal. So next turn, we'll take Terracotta Graveyard. There will be a small army that pops up there. With all the Jade Warriors we've recruited, it will not be a big deal. It'll be very easy to handle. And the reason we want to do all of this to maximize how many Jade Warriors we're getting a turn is because over here in Pomei, this is a walled settlement. And while we will be able to auto-resolve the battle, and you could manually fight out these battles, they're very easy. But for the sake of time, I'm not. But to auto-resolve this battle, we need a full army, or we'll take a bunch of casualties. So, push up with Miao Ying. You see, Pyrrhic victory. We don't lose anything, but we don't want to take a Pyrrhic. So we push up with our guy. And all of our Jade Warriors. Isn't it beautiful? Now it's a close victory. So that's much more appealing for me.
Warden of the Great Bastion.
I think that is actually a net loss
Miao Ying.
of money for us for it having a
Metal and fire.
balance building in here. So we'll grab the enchanted metallurgy here
Commander of the Great
and route marcher. Now we can do the same thing with this guy
Victory lies
and push him over here. But instead of Jade Warriors, we can get
are required.
Jade Crossbows. Now this is gonna hurt our economy, but we're fine. We will be okay.
I stand apart. Favored daughter. To fight for me is an honor.
And I think I will actually.
The Celestial.
I think we'll make more money being in harmony than we will with that for the time being, at least. So we're gonna pass it on. Eventually we will be able to confederate these guys. I've been able to do it as early as like turn 7. Just grab them and then we'll have all the gates. That's kind of up to chance though. We'll check at the start of this next turn to see how close we are. Because getting these will allow us to, you know, have these armies, but at a significantly reduced upkeep, because they have upkeep production buildings in the Great Bastion. Now, this guy's not going to be able to catch up to us.
Campus flows
Yet,
free.
see, we would have gone bankrupt if I hadn't
Miao Ying.
gotten rid of that building.
The majestic defender.
Went one too many Jade Warriors there.
I decree death.
We could grab the Crowman here. See, we're able to auto-resolve it, but we lose a guy. We are not interested in that. So what we're going to do is push up with our guy.
City commander. Seeking tactical advantage.
Wrath.
Grab that ROR Crowman. And that pushed it to where we don't lose that Jade Warrior.
Face a dragon of Cathay.
Now, the only problem with this is it gets your Sky Junk very low. So that's not good, but... Okay, so that's our starting faction enemy wiped out. And now we're in a very good position. We got allies here, allies here.
I greet you with the dragon's authority.
Luckily, we could get military access from him. Because what we're going to want to do now is just push down south. Go wipe out Snitched as quickly as possible.
Master of the province.
Ready to defend.
And that way,
Harmony above all.
you can get a real solid grip on the world. Because fighting Skaven is miserable. We don't want to do that.
I do what is necessary.
We don't need that building. Level her up. We're gonna need the missile resistance. Because fighting Snitched, his gutter runners and night runners and whatever, Skaven shenanigans, his range troops are very dangerous.
An inefficient victory.
And you could always disband one of these lords, one of the magistrates, if your economy starts tanking a little bit too much, just to get rid of the supply lines percentage increase to upkeep. All right, so let's see
Where
here.
there is understanding, there is balance. The
Just try to get our relations up with them. If they lose that lord, probably sitting here at Dragon's Crossroad, we'll probably be able to confederate them. So now, with Miao Ying,
Storm dragon.
we are good to go. I will build a growth building and a income building here to keep us in harmony.
Lord Magistrate reporting.
I shall claim it.
Lord Magistrate.
Indeed.
And then I'm going to drop these guys off to
Storm dragon.
Miao Ying.
Go. Cathay Eternal.
Let's see.
Taking position.
And then I can drop the rest off to our other friend here and then send this guy to the void. So now
The dragons would approve.
you've got a really solid army ready to come down here and deal with Snitch and possibly go deal with Lokir.
Tactical disadvantage.
You're ready to confederate these guys once their lord dies, because Village is coming. He's going to take this settlement. And yeah, this is about as prepared as you can be to deal with your problems going forward. So, like I said, I would come here. Remember to walk around in camp stance to avoid the Skaven stalking stance ambushes. Or stay in settlements.
Heat undermines our efficiency.
Against Skaven, you want to start the battles yourself. You don't want to allow them to come to you unless you're in a settlement. So just be cautious of that. We haven't gotten our caravan back yet. How many turns has he
Lord
got left?
Magistrate.
Let's actually look at the menu. So 2 turns. In 2 turns, I'll have regen on Miao Ying, and then she can pretty much solo
Celestial Miao Ying.
Skaven armies. Not 100%, but
As hot
it'll be much easier. So hope this helps. Hope you guys liked the video. Appreciate y'all dealing with me stumbling over my words. I've been a little under the weather. My allergies have been kicking my ass, but here we are.
Hottest dragon.
Expect the Xiaoming video next, and then a Yuan Bo video after that, and then I think we're gonna move on to another faction, unless anybody has any more video ideas for Cathay. If you liked the video, leave a like, drop a comment, let me know what you thought, if you had any questions, and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm live on twitch.tv/spoons102 every Friday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at noon. Check us out. We're playing big PvP campaigns. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of banter. It's a good time. So appreciate y'all for watching. And yeah, the Celestial Miao Ying. Quite the lady.